Hello, everybody. I'm not sure how long I'll be staying on, so I'm gonna get right into it. Y'all like my little natural puff ball, little fuzzy head this morning. Oh my goodness, y'all. Blazing just went live. If y'all want to go look at some mess, Blazing is over there talking about Rico look dirty, y'all. Oh, Lord. Y'all Blazing crazy. Okay, so I'm gonna get right into it, y'all. I was going to pick up my son from school, and just going through my phone, my notifications or whatever. And of course, I'm keeping up on the stimulus stuff still. Okay, Blazing. I just got your notification, Blazing. I was like, damn it, if y'all want Blazing over there talking about Rico, y'all, Lord Jesus. So anyway, hey 99, hey allegedly. So what was I about to say? So going just get my notifications or whatever. Yeah, they did, Melinda. They found they confirmed that it was him. Um so and the coroner also has made the statement that it doesn't appear that he fell out of any window. But that's all that's been said so far. So we're still waiting on the actual autopsy results. And just to let y'all know too, they did escort the mother and the grandmother out of the back of the apartment complex when people were trying to get in there and get to her. They escorted them away in the police car. But as of yet, she is not arrested or anything like that. So, but as I'm going, okay, Blazing, hey, Red Rose. So as I'm going through my notifications and I'm checking up on the stimulus stuff. So, oh dang it, y'all, Bob just got back.
You so tickled about that.
Because I clicked on here and I said, y'all, Bob just got back. So Bob just walked back into his own shop. No, I'm just playing. But anyway, yeah, bless that baby soul, y'all. And that I guess that's the only good thing about passing away when you're so young. They say, babies, they automatically go get to heaven. So, that's the good thing. He's somewhere that we are trying to get to, we're hoping that we can get to, you know what I'm saying? So I guess that's the one good thing, a way to look at it, that when babies are taken from the world so soon, that they're in paradise for sure, for sure. So, but I'm going through my notifications and I'm catching up on the stimulus. So today they're supposed to be voting on the stimulus, right? And then President Trump, he has basically he is trying to execute two more. Right now they're going over two more executive orders because Trump is trying to pass two more executive orders. Hold on one second, y'all. Okay. The lady with the ice cream truck and the journey, they came by, so I gave them the estimate. So they're like right at like 9:40. And so ice cream truck lady, she ended up coming up here when I called her, so she had left another $300.
Okay.
And and then she said she'll talk to you about anything further about making payment arrangements and stuff. So My bad, y'all. My bazad, my bazad. Yeah, I had to go get me a hoodie because it was cold up in this bitch. But anyway, y'all, so I'm being nosy, okay? So Trump has 2 more executive orders that he's trying to push. One is for more unemployment money, and another one he's trying to bail out the damn airlines. Okay, so they're working on that. And then, what do my eyes say? See? What do my eyes tell me? That motherfucking Jeffree Starr got the PPP loan. Jeffree Star Cosmetics got the PPP loan, amongst other YouTubers' businesses. Hundreds of thousands of dollars in PPP loans. So let me just tell y'all. Okay, wait a minute. Did they vote? Let me see something. Cause it looked like, wait a minute, hold on. Failed to advance coronavirus stimulus bill as stalemate drags on. So they voted on it and still no stimulus package. So they were proposing a smaller stimulus package and it didn't go through. So no stimulus has been passed yet. So well, we got that update. All right. So here, let me tell y'all about Jeffree Star and the other YouTubers who got motherfucking PPP loans. When you got small businesses closing and waiting on money and stuff like that, and they millionaires, millions and millions of heirs, got motherfucking the damn business loans. You know what I'm saying? This is some bullshit, y'all. Hold on, where the fuck did it go? I just had it. Let me just get it. Hold on. Let me see. It was right here. Hold on, y'all. It had updated. Let me search it out. Hold on. Jeffree. Starr. Okay, here we go. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Here we go. All right. Okay, so this is coming from Insider, you guys. So companies owned by YouTubers Mr. Beast and Jeffree Star got hundreds of thousands of dollars in coronavirus relief funds. Here we go. Mr. Beast, YouTube LLCC, and Jeffree Star Cosmetics both received loans intended to provide relief to small businesses hurt by the coronavirus pandemic. Yep, Mr. Beast. All the money he got and gives away. Probably because he getting free money from places, so he got money to give away. And I don't even know who Mr. Beast is, so I'm just reading the article. Let me see. So ProPublica's database of companies approved for over $150,000 in Paycheck Protection Program loans and disclosed by the Small Business Administration showed that Mr. Beast, YouTube LLC, and Jeffree Star Cosmetics each received a loan of $350,000 to $1 million. The esports company FaZe Clan also received a loan worth $1 million to $2 million. PPP loans, part of the Federal CARES Act, are intended to help small businesses weather the economic impact of the coronavirus pandemic and keep work women. Okay, weather the economic impact of the coronavirus pandemic and keep workers on payrolls. The Small Business Administration said the loans would be fully forgiven if funds were put toward payroll costs, mortgage interest, rent, and utilities. Mr. Beast, whose real name is Jimmy Donaldson, is a YouTuber with about 42.8 million subscribers. Oh, damn, I don't even know who he is. Oh, my God. On his main channel. He's best known for his charity giveaways and extravagant challenges. The Verge reported in 2018 that much of Mr. Beast's money came from brand deals. A representative for Mr. Beast YouTube LLC confirmed to Mashable that the company had received a loan, saying that it employed over 40 employees. The representative told Mashable that the ProPublica database showing that it reported only 7 was a clerical error, and that many of its brand partnerships had fallen through during the pandemic. So they're justifying this loan because they do qualify, because technically by the Small Business Association, a small business is 500 employees and less. So by that number, yeah, they qualify. And then if it's a massive business, depending on how much their overhead is, they got 2.5 months times, they got whatever their overhead times 2.5 months. That's how much their loan was. Okay, so all right, then Jeffree Star Cosmetics, run by the notorious YouTuber Jeffree Starr, was caught in a scandal this summer, following a backlash against Starr and a collaborator, Shane Dawson, over past offensive content and controversy in the beauty YouTube world. Morphe Cosmetics cut the company in July. The company reported having 21 employees, according to the SBA data compiled by ProPublica. Representatives for Jeffree Star Cosmetics didn't immediately respond to insiders' request for comment. So they didn't even request. But again, if they only reported 21 employees, then again, they qualify. Lee Trink, the CEO of FaZe Clan, which was valued at $240 million in November, told Mashable that the loan allowed the company to retain all its employees and that it intended to repay it in full. FaZe Clan's head of communications, Chelsea Northern, also told Mashable that the loan was I cannot read, y'all. The loan was worth roughly $1.1 million and that no funds were allocated to players or content creators. About $670 million has been made available to small businesses through the PPP in 2020, Business Insider reported. When the program expired on August 8th, the SBA had approved over 5.2 million loans. The Washington Post reported in July that data released by the SBA showed that businesses owned by members of Congress and private equity-backed chains were among those that received relief. See, and that's fucked up, because that's one of the things is that you're not supposed to be a government employee. So yeah, so that's it then, y'all. So basically 3 different content creator, YouTubers slash, business owners received millions of dollars in PPP loans. I'm just gonna say millions because one of them got $1 million, and then the other ones, got hundreds of thousands. So amongst 3 of them, they got over $1 million. Hello, thank you for calling Bob's. Yes. I'm sorry, say that once more. Um, Let me check with Bob, because I actually asked him about that yesterday. Our mechanic was out. Yes.
Ooh, Lord.
Right.
One of them things.
Right. Yeah, let me just
You
check
get
with,
it, Junior.
check with him really quick, because our mechanic had a loss in his family, and so they were just getting caught up. So okay, yeah. So let me just see what's going on as far as so I don't say the wrong thing. If you want to bring it at about 10 o'clock. Yep. Or anytime after 10 is fine. Because you're just gonna drop it off with us for a little bit, because we're doing your antenna, right? Your antenna and the bumper bracket, correct? Okay. Right, you're gonna drop it. So, and actually, you can bring it as early as you want. But I just know we won't get it started on it until around 10. So it's up to you. Okay, that'll work. Okay. All right, we'll see you then. Thank you so much. Bye bye. Thank you. You all set to go, Mr. Butler?
Mhm.
Alrighty. So it's 1:35. We didn't do anything outside of the plugs and wires, right?
Definitely.
That's it? Okay, yep. You need change for
I ain't
anything?
got a bus to change.
Let's see. I'm gonna write this out for you so we can keep track of when you gotta tune up last.
Shit. Okay.
You're not gonna keep track? That's okay. I'll just put it in my computer then.
No, you just give me the receipt.
Okay, that'll work. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Butler.
Is that right?
Yep, that's
You ain't even
perfect.
counted it.
I did. Well,
Oh,
I
you
saw the
did?
different bills. It's one of each.
Love you, sweetie.
Love you too, Mr.
All right.
Butler.
Thanks a lot,
Thank
sweetheart.
you. Have a good night. You leaving or you?
No,
or you
I
done?
ain't
Okay.
going nowhere.
All right.
Thank you, sweetheart.
Thank you. You said you ain't even counted. It's Mr. Butler. I don't gotta count it. I know he got it. He got it together. Ooh. When you got on all these layers and stuff. Remember, do you put money in your bra? Yes. Oh. Was you being funny? You know I put it up there. Yeah, because you know what? Most of the time I don't have pockets. A lot of times I don't have pockets. I've always, since I worked here, put the money in my bra. Because that way if anybody runs up in here acting like they trying to take something or whatever, they ain't gonna take it off of me. They gonna be looking around. Oh my God, Blazing! I want another one that's not for work, and I want the jogging pants to go to it. Like they got like the joggers and the with the black Nike. I love it. I want that, just the whole white suit. Yeah, Dick's Sporting Goods. Go on Dick's Sporting Goods website. Um, So, okay. Anyway, yeah, y'all. So that's kind of foul, you know. I mean, I guess by the rules written, they did qualify, you know. But at the same time, it's like that money was there for people who actually were dependent on it to not lose their business. That money was there to keep people employed. Y'all could have kept people employed regardless. You know what I'm saying? Even if they had to go into their own pockets to save their business, they had it to do so. There's people out here who have small businesses that don't have it to do that. You know what I'm saying? So, but you know, and And to be all the way honest, that's the way that Trump gets has always gotten ahead. That's why he's in the position that he's in, because he's always used those type of rules, those exact type of rules that we just see these three YouTubers use to get this loan money. What was that? Their play money, a vacation, a car that they bought. You know what I'm saying? Some money that, they giving away money to people or whatever, and that's just money. It didn't have to come out of their pocket. It came from the government. You know what I'm saying? To make them look good like they helping people, and really it was just something that was given to them, so they ain't gain or lose. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like the these are the exact same rules that a lot of these people in these higher positions are have gotten where they're at because of these types of loopholes. And then you got people still to this day who their application has still not been processed. They're still waiting and hoping that they do put out some more approve some more PPP loan money, just hoping that their application will get through. And you got people like this. How did their application even get through? You know why? Because the banks that were processing the loans prioritize their customers that already got money, that they already have a relationship with, versus businesses who were new to them. They don't know them from Adams. They're just there to get their loan processed, and they didn't give a fuck. That's why. And that's what I meant when I was talking about these PPP loans, about how these banks that were processing, these financial institutions are pushing applications through that already have these relationships with these businesses. They do business with them all the time. They keep a lot of money in their bank. They're always doing stuff back and forth. So yeah, I'm going to prioritize these people that I already have a relationship with versus these people that are just here to get their loan processed. They just need a financial institution to process their loan. And so that's how I'm going to look at them, just like they not my customer. You know what I'm saying? So whatever, but let me keep my customer. Let me make sure they get this loan, so they don't take their business elsewhere. You know what I'm saying? That type of fuck ass shit. That's how these people get in these positions, because they're always finding loopholes. It's not because they worked hard. It's not because they just were so much smarter than other people or just made the right moves. It's because they found the right loopholes. They got the right information from the right people on how to get around shit. That's what that was. Okay? That's what a lot of the shit was. You know what I'm saying? Yes, 99. A lot of small businesses don't even have 6 months rent aside for an emergency. Yeah, because it's hard. Hey, Fifi, babe, it's hard to keep a business going, let alone a small business. Either you just got started or you're barely holding on. You got big retailers like Walmart, and you have Amazon, and you have these places that are just so known that people just automatically go there to get whatever they need, versus the little shop, down the street, or, and then people, especially when a time like this, when you're not really going out of your home, you're not up to date, little shop, little business, they don't have an online website and shipping stuff out. A lot of people had to like switch up how they did business to even get any sales, because nobody's outside shopping, so nobody's gonna see their business or their shop, or they're not out in the malls and stuff like that, or shopping centers, or wherever these businesses are, walking around downtown. So how are you going to get the sales, when most of your sales probably come from passerbys or people who are just out in the area on a regular, so it's just a hot ass mess that these people that are already millionaires, like already set, don't even have to make another video on YouTube. Don't you have yourself established, and you used something that the government put in place to help people who needed help. You used it to give yourself a boost, another boost, like you don't already have one, you know. So yeah, that's fucked up. That's fucked up. What else is in my title, y'all? Okay, so here's the other thing about the unemployment here in Ohio. I haven't really heard, this is just a notification I got. So if you are here in Ohio, or you may want to look into it in your state. Just like Google your state or go to your local state's website or anything, or search out unemployment and see if there's just unemployment news in your area and see if they have any updates on something like this. But they are sending out letters to Ohioans asking for the money back, asking for unemployment money back. Um, hold on. Let's see here. Okay, here we go, right here. So thousands must repay unemployment overpayments and here in Ohio. Okay, Ohio's Human Services Agency says thousands of Ohioans who received unemployment benefits during the pandemic have been told they were overpaid. Thank you, Queen Diva. Thank you, babe. Brett Crow is a spokesperson for the Ohio Department of Job and Family Services. He says nearly 6% of the nearly 800,000 Ohioans paid unemployment benefits have been alerted of the overpayment. That's about 48,000 people. Crow says people who believe they received an overpayment alert by mistake have 3 weeks to file an appeal. If overpayments aren't paid back, the money could be taken from future benefits or a collections process could begin. So basically what they're saying is the reason for some of these overpayments is they're saying a lot of it is claimant error. So the people who actually filed their claim, they put in the wrong information. They either didn't report money that they have been receiving since filing for unemployment, because they say even if you made $1 that week, you need to report it. So if you have been working, even if it's part-time, and you were not reporting it to your unemployment agency every week when you filed, then that could be considered, you could be considered having gotten an overpayment. Also, they are saying that they did receive so many claims that they did some errors, they made some errors in processing, and if the processing or the errors happened on the end of the state, then you don't have to repay that back. Hey, niece. So that's what they're saying about that. They're saying that if it's the state's fault, you don't have to pay it back. But if it's you not reporting your income, then you do have to pay that back. I mean, yeah, and that is fair, because it's like they do tell you, in the questions, like if you made any money, even $1 that week, you need to report it. So, yeah, just be honest about what it is, because see what happens is if you're, you may qualify for whatever reason, maybe sometime in the future when COVID is all gone and everything is like pretty much back to normal, something happens at your job where you're either terminated or laid off for some reason or whatever, and you usually would qualify for unemployment and you go to file, guess what? They're going to retrieve those. They're going to say, you don't get unemployment for this amount of time until, basically they're paying you, but the money is going to them and they're going to repay themselves back. And then if you still qualify, or if you're still on unemployment or supposed to be getting it after they're all paid, then you will resume. But also they're saying that if they don't get it back that way, then eventually it will go to collections. So, they will put it on your credit report. So if you're somebody that's, trying to keep your credit straight, you're working on that, you don't want anything else going on that. So just, make payment arrangements, or, and just be honest, because they're going to find out, okay? If you're working, and here's the thing, you're allowed to work a job and receive unemployment. They're not saying that you can't. All they're saying is let them be honest about what you're making so that they can give you the correct amount. So just say like maybe you got a part-time job somewhere, right? But you're still not making, enough. and that you're getting partial unemployment, or you were getting full unemployment, but you would still qualify for partial unemployment. You just wouldn't get as much. So unemployment is pretty much like it's an insurance. So it's an insurance, okay? So and insurance is all about just keeping you the same, okay? It's not for you to make a come up. It's not, to make you not any better. It's just to keep you the same as you were before you took the loss. So before you lost that job, or however, and all of that, that's what it's meant to do. So, yeah, it's nice if you can get a few extra dollars or whatever, but at the same time, you want to be honest, because you don't want to mess something up in the future. You don't want to mess up your credit. Also, I would watch out, because it could also affect your tax refund, okay? When you go to file your taxes next year, they may, that's really supposed to be taxable income, right? So you are able to choose whether you want the taxes to come out of it now or not. But if you choose not to have taxes come out of it, then you will have to pay those taxes later on, just as if you were self-employed. Or you can have them take the taxes out now, and then, just like a regular job. Hold on one second, y'all. Hello? Okay. All right. So, so it could also affect your tax refund. Now, it didn't say that in the first article that I read. It just mentioned the collections, and it mentioned, the future unemployment. But I would assume that, when you go to file your taxes, it's income that you made, and anything that follows your social security number is going to come up with the IRS, okay? So just know that it's not anything that you can hide from them or whatever, okay? So you just want to keep it all on the up and up, okay? You don't want no surprises later on where you getting slapped with some big ass fine, or they taking your shit or anything like that. So, where y'all going? Where y'all going? All right, they will get you if you don't report your income. And I wonder if the extra amount, let me see. I wonder if the extra amount had those stipulations attached, and was it made clear? You know what? Well, they just ask you the questions pretty straightforward. When you file your claim every week, they ask you the questions pretty straightforward. Did you work? Did you make any kind of money? Did you get any pension? Did you get any workman's comp? Did you get anything? Did you make tips, side hustle? They want to know. They ask you straightforward, did you make anything, even $1 this week? So I mean, that's pretty clear. You can't be playing with the government. Hell no. Nah. They give you an allowance to make a certain amount anyway. People being greedy. Yeah. I learned, don't play with Uncle Sam. Folks don't play with the government. They gonna get theirs. They are going to get theirs. That's always. And it's not always plain and clear to you. Like, even when we were first talking about these stimulus checks and stuff, yeah, they gonna get theirs back, okay? Like, you ain't gonna know that you paying something back, because it's just, but they gonna get theirs. They're gonna always get theirs, okay? So my mama taught me growing up, so I knew to do right, never wanted to get in trouble, so I stayed out of trouble. Yeah, because once you get in trouble, it's so much harder to correct that shit. It's easy to get in trouble, okay? Like, it ain't shit, it's that one split, but it's hard to get out of that shit, you know what I'm saying? So just do it right the first time. I hope people were smart and kept like 10% of that unemployment money. I'm telling you, because, yeah, I mean, number one, especially if you was a person that was making more than what you would make at work. If you were a person that was making more than what you would make at your regular job, you should have been saving off the bat, okay? And then outside of that, like I said, the taxes, like, they ask you, like, now that they don't give you a clear explanation. They just ask you the question, do you want your taxes to be taken out or not? Now, you would have to know, okay, if I don't take them out now, I'm gonna have to pay these later. Like, I mean, you would just, but I mean, obviously they wouldn't be asking you that if you weren't supposed to pay taxes on that money. That's just common sense to me. It's common sense that if they asking you something about taking taxes out this money, it must be a reason why. It must be taxable income. So in that case, go ahead and take it now, because if you don't, you're going to have to pay that lump sum later, so you might as well just let them take theirs out every week, just like your job is going to take theirs out, you know. So yeah, I was just about to say they will take out your taxes. Yep, exactly. I don't see why people play with the government. They will lock you up. I guess some people think have they would just have to pay it back. No, they will send you to jail. Especially, we're talking about unemployment. We're talking about actual salary, and we're talking about federal funds. Okay, don't forget that it's not only state anymore with this COVID. It's federal funds also. So, you fucking around with federal shit. And then you're talking about thousands and thousands of dollars, right? So, they ain't gonna play about that money, and especially when they so hard up to do something, to give out some more money, and they got people up here stealing or, getting something that don't belong to them, so yeah, I'm the person that pays bills before or on time. And I remember my friend knew all the tricks. She said, girl, you don't have to pay that whole bill. I was like, fuck that. I'm not cutting my shit. You know what, Quiet Storm? I'm the person that knows all the loopholes when it comes to paying bills. That's me. And that's just, it's not so much that I was really trying to play with anything. For me, it was more robbing Peter to pay Paul. So it's like I just knew, I can do this week, do this next week, and that just comes with. And then, for the most part, for a lot of years, most of my adult years, I should say, I've been pretty much fine financially, so it's like, no, just pay the shit, pay it, because you don't have to pay it anyway. So number one, why pay a late fee? Why give them more money when you already don't want to pay the light bill? Why you gonna give them more because you paying it late? So just give it to them, okay? But not only that, it's you feel so much better, because it's like, look, you done paid the bill, you feel good because it's done, it's over with. You can always make another dollar, but the bills gonna keep on piling up. They're not going nowhere. But when there were times when I had to figure it out, I grew up figuring it out. I grew up having to find a way pretty much. Hey, I had to, pretty much find a way most of the day, most of the time. So, but yeah, I knew, like, girl, okay, you can go that 2 months, and then, but after that third month, and now this date, and then this time of year, no. Oh my God, oh my God. So many people feelings gonna get hurt come tax time. This 2021 is gonna be payday for the government. 2021 is when the United States of America is gonna have a nice payday, because come tax time, when people start filing, it's gonna be a lot of money that they're gonna be able to keep. Okay, it's gonna be a lot of money they're gonna be able to keep, or a lot of money they just gonna be getting paid. Period. It's laid off one job and my hours at my other job week, and they wouldn't even give me unemployment. Really, Brittany? Oh wow. I wonder, did you file it under the PUA? But I had a feeling they were going to make people pay it back. Yeah. Hey, Lastanka, why won't they give us our stimulus? Girl, because they trying to, and I don't know why they doing this. I don't know why they doing this like this, because do you know how close we are to we're supposed to be electing another president, and they playing around with a stimulus check? Oh, wow, Brittany. Unemployment kept me in my home, and for that I am grateful. I've been applying to jobs so I can start saving to pay it off. Yes, 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 exactly. But if you actually qualified, like they say, if you if you feel like you didn't get an overpayment and if you feel like you actually qualified, then make sure you appeal it also. Okay, don't just let them tell you got to pay some shit back. Appeal it. Now if you know that you was double dipping or whatever, then okay. But if you know that you were only working these little couple hours a week, you know that you at least qualified for partial, if not all of it. That way, at least the amount will be cut down. Because you don't want to just let them tell you just owe some shit. Because that's happened with taxes. Like the IRS will just tell you you owe this, this, and that. And it's like, hold up. No, the fuck I don't. Or, tell me how you got that number. And then when you do that, it ends up being a lot lower. So just make sure that you're not just, don't be scared, because see what happens is when the government contacts you regarding stuff like this, um, when the government contacts you regarding, like when the IRS contacts you, anything like that, we get scared, right? We don't want to answer it. We just let it go, or we'll make these payment arrangements just based on whatever they say because we don't want to dispute them or we don't want them digging further or whatever. No, dispute them. If you're in the right, or if you truly believe that you're in the right, and yes, don't be scared. Don't be scared. Just do it, And if it comes out to be what they said, okay, fine. But most likely, a lot of times it's not. A lot of times it's not. So, yeah, but it's all about keeping the rich people rich and the poor people poor. They don't want us. I'm gonna tell you something, and you know what? I gotta go take my son, but I'm gonna take y'all with me. Yeah, let's go take my son. Hold on, I'll be right back. Okay, y'all, let's go take Ronell to work real quick. And we will be right back. I gotta take my cup of ice everywhere I go. Don't judge me, y'all. My face is fat. I just got this big old fat face. You leaving?
Yeah, I'm out.
Oh, I was gonna tell you hold the phone. I'll be right back.
Hell no.
Here, hold the phone. I'll be right back. I'm going to drop my son off at work. I don't know how long we gonna last because I'm at. Thank you, Blazing. Hey, Soap, how you doing, babe? Thank you so much, Blazing. Blazing always making me feel pretty. So, what's I about to say? Dang, I was in the middle of a thought and I forgot what I was about to say. What was I talking about when when I clicked off? Let me see. I forgot. Y'all know I be having these. Okay, stimulus. Okay, we was talking about the stimulus. We was talking about how. Shit. What was it? We was talking about. I totally just forgot what my point was. Okay. Make sure that I don't dump my cup of ice. Uh-oh. All right, so. Ouch. I'm about to just go up the back road because they got the street like. Is that good? Okay, yeah. They got the street like tore down. Ooh, I got cramps. Dang it, y'all. I forgot my point. Hold on, let me read a comment and see if I can get it together. The rich and the rich poor. Okay, look. Listen. Let me tell y'all something. And this is from, hold on. I was just having a talk with somebody. And matter of fact, I was at the junkyard yesterday and I was picking up a part, right? And when I was picking up this part, we was kind of talking about this stimulus stuff. And he was telling me like how he got friends in New York, like they rent because like we was talking about workers, right? We was talking about how like we need mechanics and stuff and how don't nobody want to work, but people are getting this unemployment and they getting all these free benefits and stuff like this. So people, it's like they don't want to work, but it's like these are under the table jobs. We offering you money. You could be working and getting that money that you ain't got to do nothing for, but that's not how people think. They don't. And so he was telling me like how he'd be offering his workers a bonus and they won't even come in for that bonus. And I'm like, it's the same way at my job. Like they will rather not work 3 more hours a week than to make an extra $100. But then they want to complain about how much they get paid, and you want to complain about how you ain't got no money, and I'm like, it's so crazy. And then he was telling me how, in New York, it's like, he got a friend that his rent is $20,000 a month. His rent is 20 grand. And, basically like, it's hard. So it's, kind of harder for them up there. And I said, ain't that about a bitch? Because that just proves his rent is 20 grand a month. And because of, yes.
Bird Road up here?
Yep.
Straight ahead?
Well, it cuts off at the last street, but so just go up that street, and when you hit Mercer, it's right there. It's a block up.
Take a right on Mercer?
Yeah, so just go all the way down to the end, take a left, and then take a right on Mercer.
Oh, take a left up here?
Yeah, take a left at the last street down there. You're going to run into it. Yep, you're going to run into the dead end. So take a left on that street, and then that street you're going to run into is Mercer, and take a right, and that's Burn.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So, my bad, y'all. So anyway, I'm like, this is the time right now when, like, honestly, the poor I'm not going to say we could get rich, but we could at least be okay. We could at least catch ourselves up. You know what I'm saying? Like, we ain't going to be up there just on their level, but it's almost like the rich are having, these issues or whatever. You got people who are used to having money that aren't doing so well, and you got people that are used to being broke that are getting all this free money. And this could be a time when we could get somewhere close to the middle. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't that shit crazy? Like, that's how I think about stuff like that. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? We probably ain't gonna have 20 grand a month rent. But, bitch, you might have a savings. Now, you might have a savings. You might be able to pay your bills on time. You might be able to actually just be okay, you know, and have something to build on, right? Because when you broke usually and you just living from paycheck to paycheck or even a paycheck behind and you just used to making shit happen, you can't really save, you know what I'm saying? But at a time like this, when you do qualify for certain benefits and shit, you can still work, you know, you can save, you can like get yourself out of that rut. And it's just like, where's y'all heads at? Like, why don't you do that? Like, you can do that, why not? You know what I'm saying? Why not? But I don't know, sometimes I don't know if people be scared sometimes. I don't know if people just like being like, they just don't want nothing different. You know what I'm saying? They just don't want nothing different. They just want the same old shit, same old life. You know, there's always going to be this separation because don't nobody want to do better. You just want to do what you can do. Some people are just okay with what they can do that day. You know, instead of, yeah, be okay with what you're doing that day, but also plan to have something further and more. Always be working towards being better. So that was crazy to me when he told me that. What's the Mercedes?
Mm-hmm.
Boy, if you don't go somewhere,
What?
who gonna pay to get it fixed?
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
Now, it ain't nothing wrong with it now. You don't know that. You just going off what they wrote. And I'm not trying to be negative, but I'm just trying to tell you that when you shop.
Car
Ooh.
show you negative with.
Oh, my bad. Right now, when you shop for a vehicle, you look up like repairs, like how much do it cost to change out a starter? How much do the brakes cost to get fixed? How much is an oil change for this car? You know how much an oil change for that car is? $100. An oil change. What you mean how? Because it runs off a certain oil. What kind of gas do it use? Premium. And so I'm not being negative about every car, but what I'm saying is don't spend all your money on something. What?
It's not on my money.
How much is it?
28.
You making me have cramps. Hey, dark chocolate and Mercedes.
She I'm pregnant.
She what?
She pregnant. She don't come in my room and tell me right now, what does this mean? Go show me a pregnancy test with 2 lines. Exactly my reaction.
Let me